Since 1954, Terrebonne General has been a beacon of health and hope in our community. As we mark 7 decades of dedication to your well-being, Terrebonne General Health System remains committed to advancing healthcare, improving lives, and expanding our services to meet your evolving needs. In celebrating our past, we look forward to a future filled with promise and progress. Your health is our legacy. To discover more, visit tghealthsystem.com.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Martin Foss. We're joined by Chief Bryan Zeringue from the Thibodaux Police Department. There you see him, and I've been knowing Chief Zeringue since he was the Public Information Officer for the State Police. Of course, we play a little music together here and there, and he's all over the place with South Central Human Resources Authority, and he's just a great guy who's involved in the community. Chief, good to have you on board. How are you?
Great to be here, Martin. I'm doing fine, thanks.
Now, I understand on Friday afternoon, I'm going to tell the public this also, at the Heyman Performing Arts Center in Lafayette, several first responders across the state were inducted into the Louisiana First Responders Christian Association's Hall of Fame. One of those honored was the man we have on the set right now on TV, Thibodaux Police Chief Bryan Zeringue. And it's a program designed for public safety officials who are our first line of defense in protecting our communities and the nation. And there you see the nice plaque they gave the chief. Let's go to the chief, if we can, real quick, because this was the first year, from what I understand, that police chiefs were eligible, and you made it on the first go-around.
I did, yep. And like I said, I was very surprised when I was informed that I was getting inducted, and because you have to be nominated. It was one of the chiefs from out west who sits on that board, Kip Judice out of Dusson, and he contacted myself and Chris Wilrye, who's the chief out in Westlake, and said that this was the first year they were going to acknowledge the chiefs and bring us into the Hall of Fame, and they do an elected chief and an appointed chief. So Chris Wilrye got the elected chief's inductee, and I was the appointed inductee.
Let me ask you this, Chief, because like I said, you're so involved, and one time you were in charge of the police chiefs. You had conventions.
I just stepped down. I'm the second chief to sit in that position twice.
Okay.
I was talking to the executive director, Fabian Blanche, who was also at the ceremony, and he said I was the second chief to sit at that position as president of the Chiefs Police Association in the state.
So right now you got a good run on Hall of Fames. You were inducted into one of the Music Hall of Fames. Now you're in the Chiefs Hall of Fame, and you've had a previous Hall of Fame. So those Hall of Fame plaques on your wall, I guess you got a special little spot for them, right?
I do, and I mean the big thing is it's an honor for myself, but that's an honor also for the city of Thibodaux. It means a lot, and all the first responders, because that means they're recognizing all first responders, which is a tough job that we all do. We all work hand in hand, and that's what it's all about. And this organization here, this association, they're looking to educate the young people in schools and bring them around and show them the different plaques of these inductees throughout the state. So they're trying to get that positive back into the young, to respect the first responders.
But it's also a good example as we talk that we see you at so many different events and that you're part of the community, whether it's through your association with the Human Resources Authority or whether it's your participation in the local bands, whether it's your participation as the police chief. Sometimes it doesn't matter how you're seen, as long as you're seen and you get around the community, but you've never been one just to sit around at the house and do nothing. So I think they recognize that, don't they?
They do, and like I said, that's how we were brought up. That's what Daddy instilled in us, and it's nice. Sometimes I don't like to be too, being in the limelight, because I think others do just as much that work under me, and I want to get them support too and get them out there in the light.
Well, there's no doubt that you've earned that for sure, and it's when you have a career like yours, I remember we talked quite a bit, and sometimes I remember those days when you were with the state police and you got to be the public information officer. That job doesn't go to just anyone. They pick someone who can communicate with the public. You've always had that skill. Where did you get that from?
I don't that I don't know. I can't really tell you.
You might have got it from the music. You on the stage quite a bit.
A lot, and interacting with people all the time. And I mean, that goes back to high school, junior high, some of the programs, the scouting programs and everything, always being involved, always getting involved and get out in front of the public or in front of people and speaking. But you're right, in order to do that PIO job, they'd interview you and put you on camera and stuff to decide who they were going to pick.
Yeah, and there's no doubt you were natural. I've seen a lot of PIOs come across from different areas, and some of them really grow into the position, but the minute you hit the ground, you were ready to go. So it's something you've always been comfortable with. And I know you talk about your parents quite a bit, and you attribute a lot to them. So, but like you said, this was an honor for Thibodaux too. What did the mayor say to you?
Well, he was very happy. I spoke words about the mayor when I got up and gave my little speech, I think, which is on Facebook, thanking him for allowing me to serve in his administration, because that's another history making, because every new mayor that would come on would always get a new chief of police. So they never really kept the same chief that was there prior to the previous mayor. There was always a new chief. So I was fortunate enough, and I'm very glad that Mayor Kevin Claymore kept me on board to be part of his administration.
Well, we got 30 seconds left, and we better mention your wife, huh? We'll both be in trouble.
Yeah. And like I said, I did mention that when I did when I got up and gave the speech.
Yeah.
Told them how much wives mean, and the sheriff that was recognized, Sheriff Guillory, he said the same thing, that the wives play a very important part in what we do in our occupation.
All right, there you have it. The Chief of Police, Bryan Zeringue, in another Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Chief.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, Martin.
All right, we'll take a short break. We'll be back with more. Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.